Good morning, fellow Ambazonians. Today, na Monday, number 13 day for number 12 month for the year 2021. My name na Capo Daniel, the Deputy Defense Chief of the Ambazonia Governing Council, aka Sense Pass King. This one na my daily podcast for now. Fellow people of the Southern Cameroons, good citizens of Ambazonia. The Ambazonia Governing Council then declare a 12-hour curfew along the Mbengwi Road due to ongoing military operation against the Cameroon occupation forces them by the Ambazonia Defense Forces and its sister forces along the stretch of that highway. The curfew is start yesterday for number 12 day, it will finish for number 26 day with the option for adjust them during the Christmas break. All road user them that it be asked for avoid for use that road during this curfew hour, including motorbikes, benzikin, even truck pusher. Make all road user them no step for that kunta for evening time as from 6:30 for p.m. for evening time till morning time for 6:30 p.m. The Ambazonia Defense Forces them be in direct combat with the Cameroon military along that stretch of highland already for the past 3 days. Once again, the governing council it talk say make all residents them from roundabout from Azeri Old Church Junction, Nitop 1, go Sute right for Mezam Bridge, Sute go reach right for Mbengwi. May they know see that area they all go get that curfew. So many people then should don't for inside house because this place it could be rough. If possibility they many people them even relocate out of the main road area them for that area, make them come out of those area the way house where then they close to main road. For also related news, family members them for the boy the way in apprentice them, where Cameroon military he become move them, he kill them along that road when they be react for the reprisal after their armored car be vaporized by the ADF unit. The Cameroon government it try to cover up their crimes as they intimidate their family, they deny forgive them their corpse so they're picking them. Following the report by their spokesperson, where they claim say Cameroon military in no burn house them and they no kill no person. Despite the fact say witness that don't testify, video that don't be released by citizens the way them be eyewitness for Cameroon, their atrocity them, including testimonies of pastors who account and who recount the activities of Cameroon military burning down houses and killing individuals and attempting to kill even the son of a Baptist pastor. The people of Ambazonia should understand that Cameroon has no credibility at all. Padi Asanga, one of Cameroon military attaché who have been working hand in hand with the Cameroon branch of intelligence, reaching out to soldiers working with the DDR who represent himself as an SDF militant, have been added to Ambazonia Defense Forces list of persons enabling genocide. Padi Asanga is one of those used by the Cameroon government to support its policy to carry out collective punishment and the use of terrorism and genocide as a means to suppress the Ambazonian people to attain political objective. Padi Asanga is therefore a wanted man. Fellow country people them, I go want for also draw for na attention, say the Cameroon military, they don't be reportedly talk for press on several occasions, say the population support na their equilibrium. In making the case, say they fit kill people them anyhow, burn people their house anyhow, they also accept the fact say the Ambazonian population then they now with the Ambazonian fighters them. Now whether they target our population, if indeed they will be just or they will be right, they will get good faith when they talk say the population na the equilibrium, then accepting say our population is the support na the Ambazonian them, the Cameroon military then supposed for leave Ambazonia. They no get no legitimacy again. All proof it show say our people then want absolute separation. Cameroon have to leave Ambazonia. the damage we didn't do for our people, it be irreparable. We don't want anything to do with or to associate with the Republic of Cameroon. We will intensify our campaign to liberate our homeland and to defend our communities against Cameroon terrorism. For another side, the St. Mary Soledad Health Center in Noba released a public statement regarding the removal from its facility of 2 patients where them being Ambazonia Defense Forces, where they find themselves rushing to that hospital in need of medical help. The Ambazonia Defense Forces, it gets its own military personnel and it gets its own provision for medical need for its soldier them. But due to some circumstances beyond our control, 2 of our fighters they find themselves rushing for need for medical attention for St. Mary Soledad. Those 2 soldiers will be removed by the Cameroon military for inside a hospital. They will be publicly executed when a war crime, and will be then put out a warning for the St. Mary's Soledad Hospital for make a public statement about this incident will be in line with already practiced by the Catholic Church and all institutions for put out a statement when such serious violation did not be occurred, whether by the Cameroon military or the Ambazonian side. The Catholic Church and the St. Mary have failed to comply. My office is therefore announcing an investigation into possible collaboration between the St. Mary Hospital and the Cameroon military in handing down those 2 soldiers to the Cameroon military for execution. This investigation will have its course, and we ask our people to understand the need for Ambazonian Defense Forces to stand up for every soldier that carry guns to defend our people under our flag and for our cause. We cannot accept the silenceness and the new normalcy for using of war crimes, invading churches, invading religious institutions as a means of prosecuting a war. This is war crime. We should never tolerate it. Fellow Ambazonians, I want to talk the following for give our people more information into the thinking of the day in this regard. The Catholic Church, in previous incidents where the Cameroon military then violates their hospital, especially for Kisop, for Shishong, where it happened 2 weeks ago, they come out very fast for write a letter for condemn and they narrate given accounts for which way the Cameroon military is doing. The Catholic Church is a credible organization, and their word it be admissible for criminal court, international criminal court, to establish what happened in incidents like this. Testimony of the Catholic Church and institutions like this are also indicatives within the United Nations and its organs as facts of what is happening on the ground. The fact that the Catholic Church is denied for make statement, it is show say that they protect Cameroon, because this case where 2 people that can be removed from the hospital, whether a civilian or not, and then them be publicly executed. If the Catholic Church if become a testify, it means say they don't give evidence where the international community if use them for prosecute Pobia for crime against humanity and war crime where happen for Insa Bamenda. The Catholic Church they know very well. Now why that way they no one give any statement for St. Mary for which way happen, because they no one can say me Pobia he go for prison. It means that the Catholic Church it consciously, deliberately protect Pobia and the military for their war crimes and where they commit them. This one it be very bad and unfortunate, because we always look up to the church like a body and institution where it be above human calling, where they stand they speak the truth irrespective of pressure and fear for their own safety. If the church it preach one thing, it practice another one, then our people then get the right for know which way they actually go on. The Catholic Church it then put in money, it then put their relationship with Cameroon military above human life, human dignity, and basic ethics. Them will be the expected church. It could lift them up for live above them. Now, how come the Catholic Church go feed preach again about religion if themselves the native practice them? We don't see in plenty instances them where the Pope, where Saint Pope John Paul, where he come off of Poland, he be stand for speak the truth for defend the country and the people them where they be go through subjugation and political repression. We don't also see even for South Africa during the apartheid movement, where the Desmond Tutu, he be stand up for speak out the truth, testify, and for support even the oppressed people for South Africa. Where they look for inside Ambazonia, Cardinal Tumi, he one die. He die as a liar. We openly, blatantly lie about the Ambazonian forces them, even for his own village. Cardinal Tumi even facilitate the working of Cameroon military with the DDR center against the oppressed people, even when the Bible it appreciate Jesus Christ is standing with the oppressed people them. Cardinal Tumi own organization, the AGC, he make a polling where he prove say Ambazonian them, 96% of them go out of their questionnaire for talk say they want absolutely separation from La Republique du Cameroon. But Cardinal Tumi, he no be stand with the people, he still stand for begin enable continuous Cameroon occupation of our land. Back to St. Mary Hospital or Health Center. But they call them hospital because wasapita for we na place where person if he take treatment where he be inside a structured place. St. Mary Soledad Health Center. It been a palliative institution. Let me say it been a place where they give treatment for people where they don't stop for receive treatment, or for people where they don't suffer so they don't feel well again. It be been a they can place the way they make them where they want those help people them for reduce their suffering for life and for give them a better quality of life and good care when the situation get no help again where they fit treat them. So this hospital it will be started, it will be built for this purpose, for provide palliative services, it not be been for cure. So now say the hospital it be start. So now Reverend sisters them they work for this hospital mainly. They do and so with mainly with spiritual support. They provide emotional support and also for educate their patients them psychologically for prepare them about their situation for life for face life. So this hospital will be now one of a kind where it will be offered for the people them for inside our country, and most of their patients then they be referred mainly by the general hospital. When case it don't jump, case it don't reach way, they not do anything again, they send enough for them. Their nurse them, all them being people the way they get calling for Catholic Church. That means really good people that work for they. Any person who work for that hospital, this type of hospital, it been a selective people now the best people that work for this type of hospital all across the world and also for inside Ambazonia. So this type of place, the people the way they manage them, they supposed to be now like sense them. Our expectation and all across the whole world, this one are people where they respect them. If they enter for any place, even government them, all money they give them big cheer because they know that people where they do some work will be very important for every society. Now work for Madame Teresa them. Now they can work then this way you to be the doer. But this hospital if it start change for 2016 as they start doing maternity ward for day. It will be for some observer them at that time. It will be now a monetary. They will convert them now for become make money too, because maternity it will be of high demand and the quality of maternity for they will be above average. So they start enter into other business them other than palliative services. When it be na only palliative service where na where the Catholic Church be one time, they no be get any doctor. It will be na only nurses and spiritual leaders them, but they be always get private doctor them and government doctor them where they volunteer themselves come for work for they come for them maybe once a week or twice a week. Now say that hospital will be, but time where they change them back now. How we the new cardinal they come, the bishop they come with politics, they accept more collaboration with the Cameroon government. It start change now into different thing. Almost all doctor where they will bring them for inside the hospital, that way they start transform them. They will be in a francophone them all, because most of the doctor they will bring them and they bet Anglophones them or our Southern Cameroonian they be come for the mainly now on volunteer basis. So doctor they do work for their own hospital them then they can't help for they for when they get time. So at the top management for this hospital, it be possible say then get implants then people the way then day for day no before provide the type of care we will be the expect them from St. Mary, Soledad, a hospital where be a palliative service, a spiritual place, but we believe now say the top if it be get political agenda also for the staff member them be very good for our population, our civilian they don't always run for they forget emergency health care they always accept them for the Ambazonian forces they never ever use that hospital and would be very appreciative say that they always help our people them where they suffer, especially civilians the way they suffer too much. And this our case for our soldier them they don't be in the latest case. It don't be we don't get a report for 3 other cases them for civilian the way the Cameroon military it be suspected them being Ambazonian fighters because they be get bullet wounds them. Then come for that hospital, they remove them from that hospital, then go execute them. Also, their body they be found and the church that St. Mary Hospital it not make any public statement and the Catholic Church also it not make any statement. It means that the Catholic statement it make statement now when the crime it not be too grave if it amounts to war crime, and when Cameroon it commit a war crime where it include the death of individuals that they should don't quiet because they get a political motivation likely for do so. Ambazonian soldiers them are very important people them because they hold the hope for 1 million people and yet on millions unborn. It be obligation for all we for stand up for these 2 soldiers them and their family members them where they then be executed in this manner. We expect the worst from the devil, La Republic, but for the Catholic Church, we not expect me to help the enemy or anybody or even support anybody, but we expect them to do the right thing and give a public statement. This is not too big to ask from them, but they have to do so if they have to have the respect that the people always give to the Catholic Church. They cannot protect a regime from war crime and crime against humanity and then expect people to look on them like people who are saving God or standing for higher value. The Catholic Church, even though a religious institution where it's not supposed to be a way they make money, our people they need to understand. So the Catholic Church also for this our war where they go on now the biggest benefactor. That means that they make the biggest highest money for inside this war. They for example we get statistics already where they show say out of 7 million where the British government is support their government is provide them for help Ambazonia and them during this war, the Catholic Church will receive over 6 million of that money. You want to ask yourself say how they spend that money? Na big question that for answer. Even though in several areas of our community, the Catholic Church don't accept for open community school them for work hand in hand with the Ambazonia Governing Council, but their behavior will not be acceptable in this case. Our population need to consider the following. According to our figures, over 126,000 primary school pupils then they for Catholic schools. Over 50,000 secondary students them they for Catholic schools, and over 3,600 university students them they for under Catholic schools and for inside our Ambazonia. The average primary school fees we picking the spend for inside the Catholic schools 20,000 francs. Imagine for one student for primary school. For secondary school for the whole year, money where they collect them for one student, who would not estimate them for both their school and for all the territory, Atlantic and Savannah State, it go approximately 250,000 per student. For university student, money where university speaking they spend for Catholic school for 1 year, now 300,000 francs CFA. So if you do the figures, 80,000 primary school picking them, 30,000 secondary school picking them, 18,000 university school picking them, you will get this one. They will receive 160 billion with 9-0 behind for primary school every year. For secondary school, they could receive 750 billion with 9-0 behind. For university, they could receive 380 million CFA for school every year. Now the money that way Catholic Church it make them, even though no be non-profit organization, so they need to pay no tax for government. They gather all those profit them every year for the past as long as they run there for Ambazonia. The Catholic Church now the biggest land owner for inside Ambazonia. They get the highest amount of land. And how much they don't buy land? Almost 1% for the money, for the value of their land, we then spend and for buy them. Majority of those land then be given to them by the community. They do business without paying tax. They receive from our community. Calculate all the money where they receive them for church, all the money where they receive them for school and their hospitals and all these things, and which way they provide them back. And think, if na Southern Cameroon government, if it collect, if it be at the church, how they would spend that money, compare them with which way the Catholic Church they do them. Make the judgment for yourself, whether they do now and got to work, or they do no be got to work. But one thing it be clear, Catholic Church they don't make a deliberate decision for protect genocide, for cover up for war crime. Especially for this case, they need for carry out, for give a public statement for all the people the way they don't move and for the hospital go murder them. Their statement, now witness statement for public court, and it also be admissible for the International Criminal Court. Now why that way they don't make a conscious statement for no put out the statement. This one also it be contrary to their practice, because we don't see certain way Cameroon government attack their hospitals previously. They don't put out statement. The only reason why they know they put out statement for this one when they kill person, now because they know say their statement it go implicate Cameroon for International Criminal Court. It go feel late for poor SSF be held accountable for war crimes and war and genocide for inside Ambazonia. So Catholic Church they protect poor they protect Cameroon army against war crime. I want to salute every Ambazonian Defense Forces and the sister forces who are out there fighting selflessly to defend our community and our territorial integrity. You are the sense of our time. I also want to pay tribute to the soldiers, 3 soldiers who have fallen since the beginning of the launch of Operation Hammer Blow. Brutus, Nano, Tokandu, the overall commander in Menchum, rest in power. Brandy, rest in power. Commander Amoka, rest in power. We will fight and make sure the journey you started for our people is completed. All man hold grass. When I fight like this depend on you alone. When I assist and support the resistance, we shall beat Cameroon out of our territory. God bless you all. Capo Daniel signing off.